Enjoy all your favorite sports like never before at BetMGM. Sign up using code Hawkeye and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. When you register with BetMGM, you'll get instant access to a variety of parlay selection features, live betting options, and the best daily promotions in the business. And with BetMGM at your fingertips, every play and every game matters more than ever. Remember to use code Hawkeye and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. Place your money line, prop, or parlay bets with the king of sportsbooks today. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Iowa only. New customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
No music, no intro, rapid reaction right after the game, Sunday Night Football. Saints are 1-2. And I don't know. I don't know how this season's going to play out. There's a lot of things we can talk about tonight, but I think the biggest thing I'll start with. So I don't know how faded Ryan is right now. I'm pretty buzzed myself, but like if the Saints scores 27 points, or maybe 30 if you include one quote unquote the garbage field goal, they score 30 points. I get that it's Green Bay, but Green Bay's been putting up 40 points in the first 2 weeks. Like, to me, that's a game that they should win. They had what? They had 13 points at halftime? So I don't even know. So my biggest thing, we can talk about how bad the offense is. We can talk about how condensed it is, how horizontal it is. Like, there are times in the game that Drew started cooking. Sean became Sean with the whole Taysom thing. But the conversation needs to be, we talked about this being like the best Saints defense ever, and we saw it week one, and we haven't seen it since.
Right. It's just like the added disappointment because coming into this season, it was the defense's time. They invested tons of money, tons of draft picks. They got all these defensive backs, and the talk was the defensive line. This defensive line is going to carry the defense. We have all these pass rushers and these big guys, and it just hadn't come to fruition, man.
Here's the thing. We talked about on the preview show, the heartbeat of the Packers is Aaron Jones, and he did not have a good game.
Didn't have a good game, man.
They took him out the game.
But the coverage,
oh my God.
you got to first of all, you just got to give it to Aaron Rodgers a little bit because
for sure.
he just made some amazing throws to players that just got open, and I don't know. It's aggravating because the defense will have like a snap or two where they play like a great play. They'll either get some yardage or negative yardage, but then they'll just give up a big play and a big play kills them, man.
It's 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12. I already know what time it is.
Right.
Right. And I don't know if it's – and what it seems like is that what plagued the Saints defense in the past and what – I don't want to put all on Malcolm Jenkins because he had a very good game tonight.
He did.
He was kind of brought here to kind of be like that coach in the secondary to kind of eliminate those coverage busts. And there for sure were a lot of I don't know the first Lazard play that went deep that we don't know if he beat Marshawn, if he was expecting like
it was a cover, it was a quarters look, it was another quarters look, And Marshawn had his eyes in the backfield like they did a lot today. And instead of getting over the top on Lazard, he had to,
he was in bail.
Try to play catch up. Yeah, he got beat pretty much. He got beat. It wasn't a man-to-man type of deal, but he had to get back, and he just got sucked into the play action. It killed us all. It killed the Saints all night. That stretch zone play action. It's like, did they practice? Like, have they not watched the tape of the Flores offense? It's like that's what he does, and to give him the credit, it's perfect. They showed that little graphic.
Yeah, man.
Trying to figure out if it a pass or run. You just can't tell. Like, they just do such a good job of running that play.
It was killing them. But
it killed them.
Here's what the concerning thing is. Is it a curse that whoever is the number 2 corner on the Saints, like, they just commit penalties all the time?
It's like Jenkins, like Janoris Jenkins. It's like, dude, like, you don't have to do that,
Eli Apple, Janoris. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know what this curse is, and it's been a trend for him because the DPI on Monday against Ruggs, which whatever, we can debate that, but it's frustrating.
And it's always it's like they don't. It's like, do our DB, like, does Aaron Glenn teach him to look back for the ball? It's like these guys never look back for the ball.
Never, bro.
All you have to do is look back, and they won't call it. Maybe not call it. I'll say they won't call it. Maybe they won't call it. It'll at least give you a chance. But if you're not looking back for the ball, they're going to call it every damn time.
Every time. So Janoris had an awful game.
And end of the game, too, like critical moments.
And here,
they didn't have a chance after that. It was like, that's it.
Do the Saints have a pass rush? Do they have a pass rush? Because I haven't seen one since week 1.
Cam Jordan got 0 sacks, bro. 0 for the year.
Trigger Trey out here is leading the team in sacks.
Like, Trigger Trey. Hey, come on, man. Like, Cam Jordan, man, like, that's scary. Like, that worries me. Like, I don't know. I haven't done, like, a deep dive and compared to years before. But to go 3 games against, quarterbacks that have thrown it quite a bit, and to not – I don't know how many pressures he got, how many hits, but I don't think it's a lot, man. And that worries me because you go into the season thinking you got, 12 to 13 sacks from Cam Jordan. And so far, it just doesn't look like he's going to be that guy. And you got Marcus Davenport out.
Which you predicted on the preview show. You were like, man, he haven't practiced in like almost a month and a half.
He bird. He got the bird sweats on, just lurking. He's not playing, man. No way he was going to play today.
It's just, again, another frustrating point we talked about on the preview show, when there is no pass rush, like, you drafted Zach Bond to redshirt him? Like,
what does he look like? I don't even
I just know he has a terrible hairline that he needs to get rid of, but
I don't even know what he looked like in the Saints uni, bro. Like, where he at?
But here's the thing. Me and you both as a prospect, we had our gripes about him. But one thing that we could both say is, as a pass rusher in college, he could pass rush his ass off. Like, my concern was how that translated to him being an off-the-ball linebacker. So it's very perplexing to me that when the pass rush is non-existent, can you at least get him on the field on 3rd down? Just go hit the quarterback. That's it.
Right.
Just go rush. Nothing.
Right.
Like, that's frustrating. Cesar Ruiz got in the game. I don't know if anything happened to Nick Easton at the beginning, but he was in at right guard after a couple of series, and sure enough, he gets in the game, and Sean starts running to the right side of the ball. Latavius Murray's just breaking off runs. It's not hard, man. It's not hard.
Yeah, man. He played well, man, and hopefully that you just got to get them dudes in the game. Adam Troutman, he had his little 1 or 2 catch. That's just that's his thing right now. But man, the fact that you don't have, and Like at least try balling on a few snaps just to see.
Just to see. Like I don't get it. And something that I tweeted is like I don't know defensively. Like I feel like sometimes like is Dennis Allen thinks he's outthinking himself. Like obviously quarters coverage didn't work on that first long pass to Allen Lazard. So then you run it again, like
and PJ Williams just gets smoked, you know.
Smoked. And why is PJ starting over DJ Swearinger?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, we could talk about it. I think it's frustrating because when we talked about on the preview show, the things that the Saints needed to do to win the game on the defensive side of the ball, they did. They shut out Aaron Jones as a receiver and as a runner. And like we know Aaron Rodgers is going to do his thing, but it's just frustrating that I don't know. That's frustrating. And then flipping over to the offensive side of the ball, at this point, like I don't really care. I mean, it sounds weird to say. I don't really care what happens this season. As long as Alvin Kamara stays healthy and I can watch him play a full season healthy, I'm good. I'm good. He is not of this earth.
I mean, normally when when I watch the Saints, I'm just sitting here, not just saying nothing. But when he broke off that run, man, and the pass really, and he broke all those tackles, I'm just like, you go. It's like that's exciting, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's just fun right there. And my boy Eric McCoy, he hauling the ass down. That boy was. Hey, I'm like, look at me. That look like me out there, man.
Stop it, nigga. Stop.
Man, that was beautiful, man.
It was, man. And so here we gotta talk about so Drew threw for three touchdowns. The run game got going. Alvin got going early. Latavius had a good game. Like Emmanuel Sanders kind of came alive, but it is still very concerning that this offense is so horizontal. It's so condensed. Like on 3rd and 5, which was a huge play in the game, why are you running like an outside type of screen play to AK? Like I don't like.
I'm trying to figure it out. Like, is it Sean Payton calling this?
The 3rd and 5 had to be by design. Like that's Sean Payton 100%.
Yeah, that's 100%. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, man. And it's like I tweeted, I said it's just check down Charlie time. Like, you know what's going to happen. Like the defense has to know because I know.
Yeah. Bro,
it's all going to be throws behind the sticks. All of it.
It was amazing to me that they moved down the field at the end of the first half and scored a touchdown because they're playing in a box. Like shout out to my dude Christian, who's one of our Patreon subscribers. He texted me. He said they're playing in a phone booth. Like that's what the offense is.
Exactly. Everything is just boxed in. And, you know, it's been like that for the last couple of years to a certain extent. And, you know, last year we hemmed it on not having a downfield receiver or anybody really good outside of Mike Thomas. And we still really don't know right now because, you know, the first game Mike Thomas got hemmed up. And the last 2 games we had Mike Thomas. But, you know, Chris Collinsworth, he did a good job. He kept pointing out, like, yeah, they had some downfield there, but he just – Drew didn't have confidence in it. So my question is, what is that confidence? Is it confidence that he can't make the throw?
Is it timing?
Is it timing that he just doesn't trust it? Does he not trust the receiver? Does he not trust his arm? Does he not trust his offensive line? Like, what is it? Because it's kind of like watching Teddy Bridgewater because
bro, he has to see it to throw it. You took the words out of my mouth.
Right, and you see him kind of cock his head up and he's looking, but it's just like
he's not cutting it loose.
They're not cutting it loose, man. It's like, what the hell? It's hurt. Like for me, it hurts.
It does, bro.
Because this was an offense that was like the open guy gonna get the ball. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like you downfield, if you short, whatever, he gonna get the ball. and when you didn't really care if it was 3rd and 3, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 10. You know what I'm saying? Like they had a play for it, but now it's like, oh, like man, it gets 3rd and 6. It's like, I don't know if we got I don't know if we could do this. It's like, damn, 3rd and 6, and then you flip. Aaron Rodgers come on the field, he's like 15-yard throw, 20-yard throw. It's just boom. I'm not even asking for like 50-yard throws. I'm just like, can we get a little 22-yard throw in there? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy because, I watch Red Zone pretty much all, most all day today, before.
Me too.
And looking at other teams' offenses.
Oh, man.
Compared to ours, like, okay, this is a little extreme, but at times our offense feels as bad as the Washington Redskins offense does, or whatever, Washington football team, whatever you want to call them, whatever. Like it just seems things are hard, and I don't know what it is. It's no one can put a finger on it. And honestly, and it's funny because we talked about it on this show. We said that the Saints should be able to run at this team because Packers pass rushers are going to rush the edge. The inside is going to be open if Kenny Clark doesn't play. Zadarius Smith ran himself out of so many plays, but he ends up making the play of the game on the Taysom fumble. Yeah. And which is weird because at that point I felt like the offense was getting a rhythm.
Yeah.
And I get it, but it was, I believe that play was second and 3. So I don't know why is Taysom in at that point? It's hard to question Sean because we've seen
I just can't beat him up for it because I guess Sean is trying to create some offense, man. That's all he's doing, and he sees what we see. There's some limitation, but it's like we haven't really done much with Taysom anyway. It's
right.
So what's going on there? And just for him to fumble, yeah, that just sucked, man. Because there's already a whole cult of Twitter, Twitter football heads, and I'm like, Taysom Hill is getting $21 million for what? So he's gonna get it. You could tell he was just dejected after that whole thing. So that sucked. And honestly, that was like Collinsworth pointed out, that was the turning point of the game.
The turning point of the game. The game. They had. Okay, let's talk about this. I'm not one of those the Saints are targeted by referees type of people. But that was one of the worst fucking officiated games I have seen in a long fucking time.
I mean, horrible, bro.
The Malcolm Jenkins DPI on
the horse collar.
The horse collar, that was the first one. Wasn't a horse collar. That's 15 yards. That puts them in scoring position. Then the Malcolm Jenkins, he gets called. Oh no, sorry. The Marcus Williams DPI, where the guy is literally he's falling out of bounds.
Right.
Why are you calling DPI in that situation? He would even if he had caught it, it wouldn't have fucking counted. That's not DPI. The OPI on Malcolm Jenkins, the OPI that wasn't called on Malcolm Jenkins, and then, bro, I get that they reversed it, but that fucking fourth down where the ball was legit almost 2 yards short.
Every single person watching it, how can you be? It was so obvious. Some of those first downs, it's I don't know, there was a lot of people around, you can't really see. Why do you think the defense was hyped after the play? Because it was obviously they stopped them they didn't let them gain any yards. They stuffed them. That's why they was hyped. And you can see it. I'm sitting there looking at Aaron Jones get stuffed, and I'm looking at the pile on it there, and I'm like, oh, cool, we stuffed him. And then it's what? They put the ball there. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Bro,
and even Mike Tirico was that's an interesting spot.
That's an interesting spot. you know how Mike Tirico
I don't know how many times Collinsworth had to say, Terry? Poor Terry got to come in there yeah. And bro, man, if you follow me, I'm not a big refs cheating, refs trying to do it to the Saints. Oh, I mean, trust me. I heard this is in everybody else. In 2018 after the 9 call or whatever.
That's what changed the game for us. Like we
Yeah,
both
like
decided that was it.
that changed my football life. You know what I'm saying? Like
Life, bro, changed
that,
it.
that changed everything. But I never been that guy to just blame the refs. I always feel like there was always something the team could have done better. But man, like I can't help but feel like the refs are kind of like the police. How the police have that blue wall of silence, and they kind of look out for each other and take up for each other and all that stuff. Blue Lives Matter and all that. I feel like the refs got something like that, like the Black and White Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like Sean Payton, he went ham on us a couple years ago. Got rules.
We got something for you, Sean.
We got something for we gonna call everything we can on you. We gonna just be a little extra hard. I really feel like that, bro. I feel like
that. Like I don't like even as a unbiased fan. Like if you're just watching to watch that game, you can't tell me that was just horribly officiated up and down. And so then like what was frustrating, two things that were annoying. Yes, we understand that there aren't fans in the Superdome. Can we stop hammering this point like with a snap count? Like listen, it sucks. They're playing football in a pandemic. So the advantage of playing in the Superdome is no longer there. So, let's start
nobody has an advantage.
Like nobody.
I'm just saying. Everybody has the advantage now. At least you know what I'm saying. Like there's no crowd noise. So
it's an equalizer. It's essentially it's like playing like the NBA teams playing in the fucking bubble. It's an equalizer. So that was frustrating enough. And then
Aaron Rodgers was using that shit. Boy.
Oh man, bro.
Like he already legendary with it. Like I mean, even when there were fans and crowds, he would get teams to come outside. But man, he was just killing them.
Killing them, bro.
Like DeMario Davis was a smart dude, man. He was like, got him.
Got him twice. Same play. But like the whole Tirico was saying all these penalty yards are catching up with the Saints. Well, they're catching up with the Saints because like half of these fucking penalties aren't even really penalties. Like 4 of them are like if you take 4 of them away, that's what's fucking 4 times 15? I'm a little buzzed right now.
60.
That's 60 yards and penalty yards that doesn't exist.
Yeah, man.
That's huge.
They are the most penalized team in the league right now. The number 1 most penalized team.
Some of it's on them, obviously. Like I'm not gonna,
Yeah.
Some of it's 100% on them, but some of tonight's game, I don't get heated. I don't get mad at games often, but that 4th down where they had spotted that ball,
that was egregious like that. You know what I'm saying? If they couldn't, thank God they could, challenge that. Because if they couldn't, man, that
was bad. I don't know, man. So this is I want to preface this by saying this is not. I wish no injury on a player, but the self-scouting that the Saints did on Pete when he was a free agent.
Horrible, man.
That self-scouting, and I know one of Sean's biggest regrets is letting Jenkins go and signing Jarius Byrd. And that one I understood. Like I got that one because Malcolm became a better player when he went to Philadelphia. Like I think we can all agree to that.
Yeah, that's the narrative change right there.
Correct. But we have been on Pete's ass more than he's on his ass during games, which is a lot. And we've been on his ass for at least the last 2 to 3 years. So for them to pay him and re-sign him, what they re-signed him for, knowing that his play is average at best, and he has had a propensity of getting injured numerous times, I never understood it. Like, that's a bad contract that they're going to have to just deal with. Luckily, they signed Nick Easton last season, and he's a good utility guy. They just waived Will Clapp.
Right. Like, bring him back.
Whoops.
They shouldn't have done that, man. I would have let him go to the Chiefs or whatever they were going to do.
Like, at least if he goes to the Chiefs, like, at least 15 can, like, make plays out of structure, like, where, like, it doesn't affect him. But with the 40-plus-year-old quarterback, that doesn't work. It doesn't work.
I don't get it. I didn't get it when it happened. You know, I guess, you know, if they brought him back 1 year, it would have been like, okay.
Yeah, like, that's fine. That's cool. They brought out the Brinks truck for him. And so I will say something that is encouraging from the offense is, you know, and again, I don't know how the season's going to go. The Saints play the Lions next week. I know that the Cardinals didn't beat them, but I should say the Saints should beat the Lions, but right now, I don't fucking know.
They need Mike Thomas back, man.
Man.
Like I was texting with Nick Underhill, you know, when Mike Thomas got hurt. And, you know, he was like, man, Mike Thomas is the most important player on the offense. I was like, out of Kamara? I don't know. But he's like, he's top one or top two. Like, he is the most important player on the offense, man. Like, and we could see it now. Like, a lot of those plays, like, that play where Deontay Harris kind of came back in front of the sticks for the first down, and he didn't get the first down. You know, he didn't get the forward progress. It was early in the game.
Yeah, it was the first offensive possession, first drive.
Yeah, and he couldn't convert the first down. Like, that's a Mike Thomas play. You know what I'm saying? Mike Thomas does that in his sleep. He comes back and he does like this little turnaround thing and reaches for the first down. You know what I'm saying? It's just those little things you just miss when Mike Thomas is not there. It's just, you know, there was about probably 5 first downs that we would have had that we didn't get. Just because Mike Thomas is out. You know what I'm saying?
Adam Schefter, when did he break it? It was like last night, I think. You know, he's saying that Mike Thomas is eyeing, you know, the Lions game for him to return. And here's the thing. Flipping back to the defensive side of the ball, they stopped Aaron Jones. Devontae Adams didn't play. Still got 30-plus points put on him? Come on, bro. Come on
37
now.
points.
37. With shutting down Aaron Jones, no Devontae Adams. I don't know, man.
That ain't good, man. Like, all the talk about the talent on paper and all that stuff.
It ain't.
We 3 games in now. I mean, Derek Carr told y'all ass up last week. And then, you know, I was like, you know, could have been one of the games.
And then got shut down today by Bill Belichick, nigga.
I mean, Bill Belichick shut him down.
I don't think Darren Waller had a single catch today.
I don't even think he had a target. Just erased. He just erased that nigga. And you know, this today, okay, is Aaron Rodgers, but man, 37 points. You know what I'm saying? 37 points.
Without their stud wide receiver one.
Without Devontae Adams.
To me, that's inexcusable. Like,
you allow big plays, which is like,
that's the worst.
Okay, if he cuts you up with, you know, 5 and 10 yard passes, okay, you got to take it while they get it. But to give up the big plays, which is everybody knows, that's the one thing you don't want to give up against Aaron Rodgers. It's like, come on, man. And he's hitting you they would kill you with the bread and butter stretch plays, you know, bootlegs coming around. You know, I mean, come on, man. I've seen shitty Saints defenses play against Aaron Rodgers better than that. Shout
out to Jason David.
Jason David, David Hawthorne, you know what I'm saying? P-Rob getting a fire pick in like 2012. P-Rob said, come at me, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, the defense, I'm trying to think what else we could talk about. Like,
I don't really, it's just, if you're a Saints fan that's still heavily invested, I think the feeling that you're feeling right now is dejected because, you know, this was like remember when we were talking about in the offseason, like, oh man, like this would be the season the pandemic would come up when there's the most talented Saints team ever. Man, on paper, is COVID going to shut down the season anytime soon? And I think Drew's done enough to kind of alleviate, at least for a week. Because, I mean, we were texting.
I want to say this. You know, like, I'm not saying Drew Brees lit it up today, but, you know, he had, 288 yards. He was 29 and 36. Like that's a typical Drew Brees day. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of the Drew Brees we've known for the last 2 or 3 years. So while we would like to see more downfield passing, while he is kind of in a check down Charlie mode, he at least showed that accuracy today that's been missing the first 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He was accurate with the ball. He made a couple plays downfield. He hit a nice one to Emmanuel Sanders. He hit 2 nice ones to Emmanuel Sanders actually. He hit a nice one to Jared Cook, who came off the field. I hope he's not. His hope it's not a major injury. Adam Troutman's getting involved. Traquan Smith, Mike Thomas might be back next week. If not next week, he'll definitely be back in the week after that. So, things will get better offensively, I think. I've said it a couple of times on this podcast. The Saints are very average in September. October is coming. Winter is coming. They're going to figure some things out and get better offensively. So I just wouldn't freak out offensively too much. Even though, go ahead.
I think a big plus, if you're a Saints fan, if you want to take away from this game, is this was one of the better offensive line blocking days. Drew got sacked and they ran a really good stunt that kind of fooled Armstead that led to almost a sack fumble that Packers recovered, but the Saints were on top one. But the connection and the timing between Drew and Emmanuel is getting there. They were on the same page tonight. So I think if you pair that with if Mike returns next week, and God, hopefully he returns and he doesn't re-injure that, because I think anyone who knows anything about sprains, especially with ankles, that's the biggest concern is you re-injuring it and then you're fucking done. And if they're on the same page and the offense continues to do well, and then you add in what AK can do, then you're cooking. But on the flip side, defensively, man, I don't know.
It's funny because coming into this game, I was more worried about the offense, and I was like, the defense is going to figure it out. But now it's like it's flipped.
Yes,
I feel like the offense is coming together, and it'll be fine. It won't be great, but it'll be fine. But we need the Saints need the defense to be a good defense.
At least
so
good.
Far, it hasn't been. Yeah, just good. I ain't saying great. Like a good defense. And right now it's not good. Like it's not. They gave up 37 points.
37.
I don't care who you face. You get up 37 points. You're not playing good defense.
The Saints the offense put up 27, 30 points, whatever. We'll say 30 for the sake of whatever. They put up 30. Like that should be enough to win. And I get it. The Packers have dropped 40 plus in the first 2 weeks. But if you look like this at halftime, the Packers had 13 points? I don't what happened?
Yeah. Not getting pressure, not hitting the quarterback. That's where it starts for me.
Not even getting him off the spot. And that's the thing. Besides the first 2 opening drives, we're not talking about week 1. Besides the first 2 opening drives against the Raiders, there has been non-existent Saints pressure. It has not been there on any quarterback. No, I feel like they're not getting rushed. They're not getting hurried unless they're bringing some type of blitz.
Right.
It's nothing. It's just non-existent.
And it's going to be a long season if they don't fix that.
Yes.
Because I don't care who you put in your secondary, but if you're not getting pressure, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You need that clock to tick. 2.5 seconds. After that, you're going to get beat in the secondary. I don't care if you stuff on, I don't care who you are, You can't cover that long. And with these different things Dennis Allen's trying to do, that's part of the reason why he's trying to mix it up so much is because he's trying to bring these pressures from different areas because every defensive coordinator in the league wants to just rush for every defensive coordinator. They wish they could just rush for and play coverage in the back. But you just can't because, 1, the numbers game, and 2, because you rarely have 4 good enough rushers to affect the passer to do that. And the Saints, on paper, we thought if they at least had 3 or 4 that could be good rushers. But right now, your main dog, Cam Jordan, is not doing it. Wanyamata is out, which I kind of missed. Sheldon Rankins, where he at?
I mean,
Uh,
Sheldon just being Sheldon, man.
Sheldon being Sheldon. Trigger Trey doing the best he can. But I mean, look, Trigger Trey, he's a late round guy. He's supposed to be the guy you bring in when you're up 18. You're up 18 and you just try to just send everybody. The NASCAR package or whatever. That's when you bring Trigger Trey in. But not right now. You're depending on him to be the guy that's supposed to cover the bootlegs, that's supposed to pressure, that's supposed to stop the run. That's not what he built for.
Yikes. And I saw a lot of tweets on Saints Twitter during the game about the Packers and their holding. Listen, I warned y'all guys. I done seen enough Packers games in my lifetime. I just know how the game goes. Like
Bakhtiari, all of them, they're not getting called on the hold, man.
None.
They develop the art. They get their hand into that inner plate of the shell. They get their hands in there and they don't let go. Like that's just what they've been doing.
And so I tried to warn you. I said don't expect it to get called. Like I already knew. Like I just knew.
Bruh, how did Malcolm Jenkins get called for a horse collar on that? Like he wasn't like I could see if he grabbed like the jersey and they thought, okay, that was a horse collar.
Like it looked.
It was like he was at the bottom.
I understand it looked egregious. Like it looked like a bad tackle. But
the
like
way he came down, right?
Yeah, for sure. But like, here's the thing. I feel like if you're a ref and you make that call, there's a huge fucking scoreboard in the Superdome. Like you can
pick
look.
Up the flag. I've seen them a million times. Like pick up the flag.
Just pick it up.
I've seen them actually say there's no penalty on this call.
Just pick it up. Like you're human. You made a mistake. You can fix it. Nope. Stayed to their fucking gumption. Didn't pick up that. I'm not saying that would have changed the outcome of the game, but that's what led to the first Packers touchdoon. Like
right.
That's 15 yards. Like that's huge. That's huge.
Huge, man. Huge.
Just frustrating, man. It's just frustrating. It is what it is. So if you're listening to this, the bright spots, that's all I want to hit on the bright spots. Cesar Ruiz got playing time and he looked good, which it sounds weird to say, but it feels like him and Easton being in kind of has stabilized the interior of the line. I don't know how long that's going to last, but it feels like that's because I felt like Drew felt more comfortable in the pocket than he did week 1 and week 2. He had more time. So
I saw Drew Brees actually slide in the pocket once.
Yes.
Which has been missing. Like, it's weird. Like, that was his patented thing. He used to, I think we saw it 1,000 times, the outer, the pass rushers on the outside would collapse around, and he'd do his little slide in the pocket and make it the throw. And he hadn't been doing that lately. It's one of my little low-key things I've just been looking at. But he did it after Reeves was in. I don't know if that means anything. It could have just been nothing. But it was just something I was like, oh, okay. Okay.
So that's a plus. Just enjoy what we have as fans in AK. Like I don't want to. I hope we're not like how like Carolina Panthers were, like fans were last season, where they were like, well, at least we got Christian, and like they still picked in the top 10. Like I don't want to be like that, but just be grateful of like I've said it. And I believe in my conviction that when he's healthy, he's one of the best entire players in the league, regardless of position. Like, you will not convince me otherwise. Like, there are things he does on the football field that I have no words for. So, and just enjoy him. Like, I get it. It sucks. The Saints lost. But, like, that excitement that we all got, all of us did. When he made that play, ooh, man.
That's why you watch football.
It is. It is.
Think of the little kids that's 9 years old. You think of how, old cats like me, how we were watching Barry Sanders, on Thanksgiving. And like, ooh, You know, you didn't know anything that was going on, but you knew Barry Sanders was just doing some amazing things. That's how a lot of these kids feel like, watching Alvin Kamara rip off that run and stuff like that. So, that's really what it's all about. And just enjoy the game, man. Like, don't try to freak out. Yes, are the Saints possibly blowing their last opportunity for a Super Bowl? It's possible. Just being real, it's possible. But, the world won't end afterwards. I don't know,
No.
it is. It is 2020.
Might not say that out loud.
I can't even say that no more.
Nigga, we got an election. We got an election in November.
This really might be the end. Shit. Now that I think about it, so just forget everything I said.
So I mean, I'm sure I'm seeing a lot of more tweets that I'm seeing people of there's this numbness, this and saying sort of people tweeting me it doesn't hurt as much. Listen, welcome. It's so nice. It's so nice. Listen, but if they drop 2 to 3 more games in a row, this is a hashtag tank for Trevor account, bruh. Full on.
So you don't want to see Jameson there then?
I mean, here's the thing. I don't think Sean. We talked about it on the last show. I don't think Sean would. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see him taking Drew out. Especially after a night like tonight. Drew was the offense great.
Drew gonna do enough to not lose his job.
Exactly. So I can't.
I can see if he was throwing 5 picks and shit but he gonna run the offense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he ever do enough. But man, there's just some plays where I'm like, Jesus, can we get somebody in there that can throw the ball?
Yeah, man, that's so troubling. And we were texting about it, bro. We were like, yo, what? Get Jameson here to just throw it deep. Shit, just let it fly. So I'm saying, if the Saints drop the next 2 or 3 more games, Trevor, woo, just saying. But we'll never be as bad as the Jets. That's already.
But look, man, the setup for sadness is here.
Oh,
they about to go on a run in October and bring all y'all right back in. And have you believing?
Is it time to bring back the old tweet, the old pin tweet, Nick? Time to bring it back.
Set up for sadness is here, man. So, but the big killer today was man, if they just could have figured out how to squeeze out a win today, that'd have been huge for the postseason.
Huge.
Because the Packers gonna be hanging around in the end. And you only got one team that gets the first round bye, which I think is huge for the Saints. So, if they get that number 1 seed or the Seahawks or whoever, you're gonna be playing, wild card weekend, playing some scrub team, and you know how we do in those situations. Because I feel like the Saints need those 2 weeks.
Man, Kirk Cousins have yet to win a game since he's beaten us in the playoffs.
Bruh. Oh man, I guess we could talk about hit on a little other NFL games.
We can. Yeah, we can. I think. Where do you want to start? I'll let you start.
I guess we can start at the Texans.
What did they do? I get that Bill O'Brien traded Nuke, but who did he piss off in New York?
Three playoff AFC teams in a row, bro.
This man, the Texans had the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Steelers in the first 3 weeks.
Woo. And they came out to play against the Steelers today, man.
You tweeted, it felt like one of those games where Deshaun said, "You know what? We ain't losing today. We gon' ride."
Thanos, I'll do it myself. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, but it's just too much, man. They just don't have a good defense. They don't have the offensive weapons to really go toe to toe. It's just man, I just hate to see my favorite movie, Bronx Tale. Nothing worse in the world is wasted talent. I just hate seeing, you got this young QB I wouldn't say he's in his prime yet, but he's reaching that prime. And like, man,
Yeah,
like, you got
and
him.
he like if you look at that team, like they're not like how talented are they really? Like honestly,
it's not really good, man.
no, it's not. It's not. So the Steelers go 3-0. Texans are 0-3.
0-3.
0-3. We got so listen. I've never been a big Wentz guy. Just some players you see it, some players you don't.
Yeah.
With him, I just never saw it. Even though like he came out as a rookie, he looked like he was like the next thing, like the next great quarterback coming. Philadelphia ties the game with the Bengals today, and the thoughts went in my head of he's not going to get benched next week, but he keeps throwing those picks and just being reckless with the ball. Like he's going to get benched. Like I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen at some point. And I'm not an LSU fan. Like I was all up in LSU Twitter yesterday, like dancing a jig, like having fun because they let a quarterback throw 623 yards against them. Just fucking insane. Like this man almost threw 1,000. Like I know I'm rounding up 400 yards, but this man threw almost 1,000 yards in a fucking football game. Like that's insane.
I wish I saw that. Damn.
But can we please protect Joe Burrow? Get this man some help. Like it is
man.
Every snap, I think he may get hit and his career might be over. Like that's how bad it is right now.
Like it's like they should be getting fined for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't right, man. Like, I'm watching it, it's like, this nigga pocket is collapsing instantly. And it's not like he's just, I could see if he was like, oh, he's just one of those young quarterbacks that's sitting there.
Nope.
All too long. It's
like one.
In this
like,
back step, and it's like.
it's like Mississippi 1. Boom.
It's like that. And he's running for his life. He's a good scrambler. But, you know, God bless him. But, man, you can only scramble so much, man. It's like, damn.
Get the man, Joe Burrow, some offensive line protection. Shout out to my guy, T. Higgins, 2 touchdowns today.
The youngsters was cooking.
Jordan Jefferson.
Jefferson was cooking.
Cooked. Vikings are 0-3, which somehow that doesn't really – like, it surprised me a little bit, but, like, it doesn't blow me away.
It doesn't blow me away at all.
Russell Wilson's playing on a different planet right now.
Yeah. 14 touchdowns, bro. 3 games.
He is playing on a different level right now.
It's ridiculous. His deep ball, it's crazy because, you know, those deep balls are so low percentage. But when he throws them, it's like, oh, he about to catch it. Because it's like, it's money every time. It's like, it's like right on target.
DK Metcalf had one of the worst fucking...
But you know what? AK almost had the same play today, bro.
Today, he did.
He started strutting it up like, oh
no. Man, I feel like we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the fucking Falcons on a Saints.
Oh fuck! How could I forget? And you know what's messed up? What's really painful about these Saints losses? Like you could talk your shit much better about the Falcons when the Saints winning.
Oh yeah, you
just got a few little peppier stuff when you talking your shit. But when we losing, it's like, you know, I mean, I'm still talking my shit, but it's like, oh man. But man, the Falcons, like, that's some historic shit they doing right now. You know, like they breaking records.
Like at this point, I know Saints fans are, you know, trying to get the trend, save Dan Quinn going. I don't know if you're Arthur Blank, I don't know how he survives through the week. Like that sounds harsh.
Yeah.
But the Super Bowl last week, this week, like he got to go. Like when your hallmark is being a defensive coordinator, when you're a defensive head coach and you're giving up double-digit leads, you got to go.
And the fact is, what's crazy is like we know it's about to happen. Like when I saw Foles come in, I'm like, oh shit.
Speaking of which, Ryan Pace is one of the worst GMs in the NFL.
Man.
So you knew you had a trash quarterback in Mitch Trubisky. So when you had an offseason where you could have signed Cam Newton, Jameis Winston, but you don't because you don't want to put pressure, quote unquote, on Trubisky, and you're trying to coddle him. Like, this man's playing in the fucking NFL. Like, but whatever. So you go out and you trade for Nick Foles and you pay some of his guaranteed contract, and then so then Trubisky, who threw a very bad interception, shocker, last 3 games, and then he gets pulled? Okay. All right. Stop.
It was amazing. But you could tell, like, Matt Nagy was just like, ooh, I'm just waiting for the chance to pull this guy. Like, he just was waiting for it, bro. Right, perfect time. And he's like, whoop, time to move on. Page turn. You know what I'm saying? Page is turn.
And here's the crazy thing. Like, we're the Saints are 1-2. The Bears are 3-0.
3-0 out here.
It's like it's
what you want. Might have to play that. We might have to go to their house, play them in the playoffs if we get to that point. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think anything else happened.
Yeah.
So
Dallas what? Dallas not a 1-3.
They're 1-2.
1-2.
Just like we are. It's crazy to me that I don't think we realize, and I tweeted it. I tweeted Ryan because I felt something coming this offseason. I was like, man, if Drew's gone, like, I know Sean. And Brady was out there, and I just felt something. And this is before anything Chris Sims said, anything. I just felt it. I was like, man, I could see him going to Tom and being like, yo, come here. We got the offense for you. We got the defense. Come to New Orleans. And then reports come out, blah, 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 whatever. My intuition was right. And so I tweet that, like, if Drew if he had retired and did the NBC deal and Tom was the quarterback for the Saints, like, did people not watch him today? TB12 can still fucking throw that rock, bro. Like, he's slinging that thing out there, bro.
Hey, him and Mike Thomas cooking right now.
Mike Evans.
Yeah,
like, I okay, whatever. Like, anyway, trying to think anything else that just a terrible, bro. Can you send them to the CFL? Like, they don't deserve a team right now.
Well, who are you talking about?
The Jets.
Oh yeah, they did lose today, right?
They Sam Darnold threw 2 pick sixes.
Oh shit. Because okay, yeah. Oh man, yeah. The Jets, man, they're picking number 1 overall, bro.
Oh, it's without question. Like, you can already start doing the, like, little Photoshop.
Like the Giants look horrible, but they're going to pick top 5. But I mean, the Jets look.
Atrocious.
Jets have nothing. Like, they have nothing.
Nothing. Atrocious. Like, I don't know how Adam Gase has a job by next Sunday. I don't.
Seriously, like, he could go any week. You can get him out of here.
Browns kind of seems like they're finally living up to expectation a little bit. 2-1. Haskins ain't that dude, bruh.
Nah, man. I know a lot of people want him to be, but I don't see it. Like,
he ain't it.
I just don't see it, man. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Bro, you got a little EJ Manuel to him. Like, it's
like, and here's the thing. Like, I as like the black guy, like the black man, like, man, he's a black quarterback. Like,
right, trust me.
want him to thrive, but it ain't there.
I will fully admit I have bias.
It is.
And, and we're in a pinnacle of black quarterbacks today. You got, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Dak Prescott, Wilson, Lamar,
Tyler,
Bruh,
that's nuts. Just the list we named off is insane.
It's crazy. And I'm happy to see it. I'm just happy to see, guys getting their chance to play and play well. It just says a lot that, things are changing. As bad as things are, I'm not saying things are bad. Things are, there's a lot of bad things going on, but things are changing a little bit. So that's good to see. But nah, my dude, he ain't it.
No. He's not. I think it's going to be Case Keenum time before long, like sooner rather than later. No, they don't have Case Keenum. They signed the Panthers. They traded for the Panthers guy.
Kyle Allen.
There you go. I think it's going to be Kyle Allen time sooner.
The Saints killer.
There you go. There's a list of them. Kyle Allen, Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr. The list goes on and on, bro. Getting these quarterbacks paid out here. I can't think of any more football games to talk about. We're going to be back with the preview show, talk about the Lions game. Our goal is actually have a podcast before the preview show and then do the preview show. I have something. I think I have a guest in mind. I think we'll see if it works out. Or maybe someone that Ryan could get on, but we'll figure it out. And I'm proud that I actually recorded this entire episode.
Thank you. Shout out to Kat. She was a good sport about it.
She was. Like I said, man, I felt like Pete. Like on Twitter, I felt like Pete when he let Drew get hurt. Oh no! What have I done? Whoopsie. That's Pete in that shit. But today is Sunday. We'll be back, during the week, and then we'll be back before the game on Sunday. Hang in there, guys. Like this is fun, man. Like I know like it sucks when the Saints lose, but I mean it's fun. Like don't trip, man. You're alive during the pandemic. You get to watch football. Like shit could be a lot worse. Shit could be a lot worse. And if you're feeling yourself detaching and you're getting to the level where Ryan and I are, congratulations. It feels just embrace the bliss. Just embrace it. It feels good. So with that, we're gonna get out of here. Anything else you got? Any last words?
Nah, man. Shout out to the Patreons. I appreciate y'all coming through. Much love. Much love. We got some big things coming. We're gonna keep trying to do like bonus episodes. It's like some non-football podcast stuff. We gotta look good comments about that. We got some ideas coming. Shout out to fantasy football. Our team is humming. I think I'm 3-0 today. You heard me?
I'm surprised you actually set your lineup.
Yeah, I see my lineup in the hole, man.
Shout out to me. And a little shout out to me because I took Russell Wilson in our penalty. Bruh, Russ carrying my team right now.
Man, listen.
Russ and Aaron Jones just doing all the heavy lifting on my team right now. So when I'll be sitting at 2-1 after this week, so I'm feeling pretty good. But yeah, we do have some things down the line. We want to get some things going. We have some ideas for merchandise. We want to make this, make an experience. Like we appreciate you guys. Our numbers continue to do well. They continue to go up. I think we got close like 400 for the Rapid Recap show for the Monday Night Football episode, which is
one day.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
Yeah.
To me. So we appreciate you. We really do. So we got more coming, and we appreciate all our listeners as always. So with that, we're going to get out of here. We'll be back during the week. With that, we're out.
Peace.
Enjoy all your favorite sports like never before at BetMGM. Sign up using code Hawkeye and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. When you register with BetMGM, you'll get instant access to a variety of parlay selection features, live betting options, and the best daily promotions in the business. And with BetMGM at your fingertips, every play and every game matters more than ever. Remember to use code Hawkeye, and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. Place your money line, prop, or parlay bets with the king of sportsbooks today. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Iowa only. New customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Baker's, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Baker's worth it every time. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.